Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of MSU Inside Out. We apologize the last couple of weeks that we were not live, dealing with a little bit of the weather and the campus needing to use our studio space, but we are glad you guys are here to join us for a new episode. And as always, I'm your co-host Cole Clementich.
And I'm Janie Wunderlich.
And we have a great show on hand for you guys today. It's going to be kind of a professional communication themed sort of deal that we got going on. Janie, you want to tell us more?
Yeah, so we actually have our annual KMSU auction coming up in just 2 short weeks from tonight. So we'll have a guest on screen today to talk a little bit more about that. And we also have a new professor in the Pro Comm Department here to tell us a little bit about himself and his story to Minot State.
Yes, we'll also have a little bit of esports chatter as well, and all that good stuff involving the KMSU auction yet again. But with that being said, folks, Wolf has a new segment for us. Wolf, there's a way for new students to register to campus. What else do you have about that?
That is correct. Virtual and online registration for new students are open now until the 16th. You can find more information at minotstateu.edu. The university will also be closed starting from Wednesday all the way to Friday, so classes will not be in session. Those not yet vaccinated for COVID-19 or the flu can find the vaccination clinic in the Fisher Room of the Student Center from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students interested in the flu vaccine this week may call the Student Health Center to schedule an appointment at 858-3371. Pfizer vaccines are available, but in a limited amount. The Northwest Arts Center presents Portraits, an Identity Exploration, an exhibition by Minnesota textile artist Blair Trower on view at the Northwest Arts Center Walter Peel Gallery from November 3rd to December 1st. The MSU's Division of Music is hosting another This Month in Music with a number of concerts that students are free to attend at the Ann Nicole Nelson Hall. The Minot Beginning Community Band has a concert tomorrow at 3 p.m. Later on is Eric and Diana Anderson Faculty Recital at 7:30 in the evening. The Minot Brass Band performs this Sunday at 4 p.m., followed by the MSU Chamber Ensembles Tuesday at 7:30. The Wellness Center is offering yoga for all students every Monday and Wednesday at noon for the rest of the semester. No sign-up involved. The MSU Department of Nursing is offering a tour of their departments and labs this Tuesday at 10 a.m. RSVPs are not required. Is available for all potential or current students. Janie, tell me, have you been keeping tracks of all the divisions we have around campus?
You know, I'm surprised every single year when I find out a number of it, but I don't remember what it is. But it's just funny how Pro Comm students can get so cocooned into just professional communications, and yet we do have other majors here at Minot State. So thank you, Wolf. Newly hired professional communication professor at Minot State, Dr. Elinon Amevor, here to share a little bit about himself and his journey to Minot State University. Elinon, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. So let's start with, how do you like Minot so far? You've been here for just a few short months. Tell us about the weather, what you've had to adapt to.
Yeah, I've been here for about 3 months now.
Okay.
And before I came, I was told the weather is brutal, and so I've been preparing towards it. But then I think so far so good.
So far so good.
Yeah, doing
so
well.
The cold doesn't bother you?
I'm quite scared about the cold, to be honest with you. But then there was a saying that there's no bad weather, but then bad clothes. And so I'm trying to have the good clothes, and I'll be good.
Layer up, yeah. It's an expensive state to live in for the simple fact of the winter clothing that you have to buy.
You understand?
Yeah, so all right, so you're originally from Ghana, Africa. So tell us a little bit about what brought you to the United States in the first place. Like, what did that journey look like?
You're right. Thank you very much. After my master's, a professor of mine from Ohio who taught me master's program thought, if I want to do journalism, for that matter, development journalism, I should come to Oregon. So so he's actually proposed Oregon for me. He thinks it's one of the best schools when it comes to development journalism.
Okay.
So I happened to apply, and I got the chance to come to Oregon. And after that, it's been challenging but then fruitful. And I think I'm on the way to be able to do what I want to do. I'm excited about that.
That is so cool. So why journalism? What was it that struck you about journalism that you wanted to pursue that in your career?
Great question. A cousin of mine died of snake bite.
Of a snake bite?
Yes,
Okay.
95, and there was no medicine to help him recover. And so I wrote a letter to the editor of one of the biggest newspapers in Ghana to tell the story of my people. and it was published. Ever since, I see journalism as a tool for solving social problems. And so that actually drew me into developing journalism. So that's really have a story behind it.
Wow.
Why I want to do journalism, just to solve social problems.
Yeah, that's amazing. That is so cool.
Yeah.
So transitioning to like the Minot State Department, pursuing journalism, and now you're a professor here. What are some specifics about the Pro Comm Department here that you like really enjoy? I know you've talked about the hands-on opportunities that Minot State has. Tell us a little bit more about that and what you like about it.
Good question. The reason is I did journalism in Ghana, and I never had the chance to work hands-on like equipment and things like this. And in Oregon, I didn't have the chance to work with undergrad students with things like this. It was just actually media program, quite a bit of theory and other things. And so when I came in, I see how students are actually involved in things that will actually help them get the skill set. I think that's the way to go. And so I've been excited about that. I think I'm in the right program to want to teach and also learn from my students to be able to develop myself as a professor too.
Yeah, it's so nice, especially like for the Pro Comm Department. We've talked a little bit about it, but students, you get that hands-on experience and you're able to go out into the career field confidently knowing, okay, if they need someone to step in front of a camera, you know, I can do it. If they need someone to write a news story, I can do it. If they need someone to like give a speech, you know, they have that ability to do it. So we pride ourselves on that here at Minot State, and we're so glad to have you here as well as one of our professors. So we hope you have a good first year and you're enjoying it so far, but thank you again for joining us. Once again, that is Pro Comm Professor here at Minot State, Dr. Elinam Amivor. Coming up after our Underwriters break, we will have the weather forecast from Hannah as well as a guest here talking about esports. We'll be right back.
Thank you to all of our underwriters. Trinity Health is a comprehensive healthcare system based in Minot, North Dakota.
Fiance, with all your prom and bridal needs, located in downtown Minot.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports.
KIZZ FM Z94, playing today's hit music.
Mix 99.9, Minot's music mix.
SRT, offering a number of services including phone, TV, internet, and security.
KRRZ, 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KZPR 105.3 FM, Minot's rock station.
East End, where the poor is worth so much more, located in downtown Minot.
Qdoba, easy, on time, full of flavor.
Nice Impressions, no job is too big or too small, located in downtown Minot.
MSU Beavers Hockey, online info at msubeavers.com.
Forward Communication, connecting professionals in the Midwest.
El Azteca, authentic Mexican food on North Broadway near the airport.
MSU Theater Department, year-round entertainment.
Red and Green, MSU's student-run newspaper.
MSU Bookstore, for all your campus needs.
Minot Nutrition Addiction, offering healthy smoothies and meal replacements on the go.
H-Bar-B Construction, for all your oil field needs.
Bearscat Donuts, located on Broadway across from Minot State campus.
Welcome back, everyone, to MSU Inside Out. If you're just joining us now, I'm your co-host, Janie Wunderlich.
And I'm Cole Clementich.
As you can see behind us, winter has officially hit us, and I feel like there is no going back. It is here to stay. Hannah is standing by with the weather forecast for the next week.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten cold out since the last time that I've given a weather forecast, by like 30 degrees colder. It's officially winter. There's white stuff on the ground, and looking at the forecast for today, The current temperature is 12 degrees, not that warm. The high was only 16, and the low is in single digits, 3 degrees today. So definitely, like Janie said, it is winter time in North Dakota, or at least in Minot. But looking across the state, in Grand Forks and Fargo, it is 19 degrees. They're the warmest part of the state right now. But it's also super, super windy there, and we all know how North Dakota winds are. So even though it looks like it's close to 20 degrees, it probably feels like it's much, much colder. So looking at the eastern side of the state, Williston is 10 degrees, Dickinson only in single digits at 9 degrees, and then Minot and Bismarck are both, like I said, at 12 degrees. So ahead for the 7-day forecast, tomorrow looks like it's going to be a little bit snowy. Like one of my classmates said the other day, he said that it felt like it started snowing on Thursday and just didn't stop with all the little snow flurries that we've been having going on. And up until recently, even the wind was kind of making it, all of the snow that was on the ground look like it was still snowing. So it's kind of been a pain in the butt. But looking at the rest of the week, it's going to be partly cloudy. Looks like it's getting a little bit warmer in the weekend. And then as we go later to the week towards Thanksgiving, starting to get into the 30s as well. So looking ahead at our Thanksgiving weekend forecast, we have tomorrow 30 degrees, and then Friday and Saturday 35 and 34. So beautiful weather to be able to go outside and spend some time with family, just have a really good outdoor or indoor Thanksgiving holiday. Cole, do you have any fun holiday plans for the Thanksgiving?
Yes, and quite honestly, Hannah, I may not have to travel far as my older brother and his family live just about a block away from campus. So I'm going to be spending some time there, having a good dinner, and hopefully seeing the nephews there. But with that being said, one of the MSU esports teams for Rocket League just competed in the postseason. Here to tell us more is MSU esports player and Minot High alum Brek Thompson. Brek, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Brek. So just kind of tell us about this opening season. You guys were on Twitch. Tell us a little bit about before you guys played your first match.
Before we played our first match, it was kind of just a lot of back and forth communication, trying to find players, people willing to play the game, and eventually we ended up with 5 people who wanted to play, and we kept consistently 4 that kept playing going into the season.
It's very good to have some few bodies in there for sure, and just kind of tell us, were you guys alone playing from a distance, or were you all mashed together in one spot competing somewhere?
We were all on our own, playing from our houses or dorm rooms. I know 2 of us were in the dorm rooms and 3 of us were in our houses, and so we were all separated, but hopefully next year we'll be able to play together in a lounge if it gets finished.
No, that should be fun, and kind of expanding on that a little bit, you guys having to play from a distance, what's the voice communication like? We all know, or some of us may know about, just common, get into a party on like Xbox or PlayStation, and you just talk amongst your friends, and you just have a good time playing games. What's that part like doing this for a school event or a school esports team?
For us, we would use an app called Discord on our PCs, and we would all join normally an hour before the match to kind of warm up and get familiar with each other. Sometimes it creates little delays back and forth. You don't hear people on time all the time, but it works pretty well for the most part.
Tell us about some of the results from this team. Did you guys have some success with it, or what overall happened that night?
We had some good success. I mean, we made it to playoffs in our league we were in. It started out kind of just as fun, and it got pretty competitive as we started playing further into the season. But yeah, we had some good success.
Tell us about who are some of the teammates on the club, and tell us a little bit more about your guys' squad as a whole.
So there's me, I'm the captain, obviously, and then there's Isaac Rathman, another Minot High graduate. There's Chris Long, another Minot High graduate. And then there's Blake, I don't remember his last name, and Malachi. They both played as well, and yeah, we all kind of got to know each other. We still haven't all met in person yet, but we're getting to know each other pretty well.
No, that's got to be very comforting to know that you guys are all Minot High kids, kind of somewhat familiar with each other. What were you guys able to take away from a match like this?
Some of the takeaways, I think, were just how well we can work together as a team. After the games, we'd always talk about the things we did wrong, and we'd be able to fix that moving into the next match. And we all kind of just became friends over our passion for the game. It's
really awesome, Brek. And we're just about out of time here, but just kind of tell us, some accomplishments and goals that you guys have set going forward. Just kind of tell us, what are they?
I'm hoping in the future for the entirety of the esports club is we can get more people interested, more people on campus to kind of hear about it, whether we use Instagram or just posters around campus. And then for the Rocket League team, I want to see more competitive divisions between varsity and junior varsity maybe, so we can have more set teams. So.
No, that's going to be a lot of fun. And you heard it there, folks. Again, Brek and the MSU Esports clubs are looking for members to join. And Brek, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
all
me.
the insight. Yeah, there you have it. That was Brek Thompson, member of the MSU Esports Rocket League team, giving us a little bit of good info on the Rocket League team performing in the playoffs. We're moving on now. When we come back after a quick underwriter break, we're going to have Parker previewing the first ever MSU women's wrestling home match. And we'll also have Alex on a live shot talking to us about more of the KMSU auction. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MSU Inside Out. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MSU Inside Out. Great show thus far. And as promised, Parker is standing by, going to give us a preview of the hockey teams that are in action this weekend, some really good matchups, and also the first ever home wrestling match for the MSU women's wrestling team in their inaugural season. Parker, a lot of exciting stuff going on campus right now with a brand new team.
Yeah, thanks, Cole. The number 1 ranked Minot State University men's hockey team may have their biggest test of the season coming this weekend. The Beavers will play host to the 3-3 University of Oregon in a 3-game series that starts tonight at 8 o'clock. It is the first time that the Beavers and Ducks will ever be competing against one another. The Beavers are up to the challenge, however. They will be led by 5 players with 10 or more points on the season. All 3 Beaver goalies are also undefeated this year, so don't expect points to come easy for the Ducks this weekend. The Minot State women's wrestling team will be in action tomorrow evening against Chadron State College in their first ever home duel. It will not only be their first ever home duel, but their 3rd duel overall. They are led by head coach Brittany Mitchum. She is a former 2-time WCWA All-American and a former Women's Premier League soccer player. She is joined by grad assistant Devon Sapien, a former 2-time NAIA national qualifier. Both coaches joined 13 freshman women to construct the first ever women's wrestling team here at Minot State. Tomorrow's duel will kick off at 5 o'clock inside the MSU Dome. The Mesa Arena will be the battlefield this weekend for 2 top 15 women's hockey teams. The number 5 ranked Minot State University Beavers will be hosting the number 15 ranked University of Jamestown Jimmies. The Beavers have already defeated the Jimmies twice this season. This time, both games will be at home in front of the rowdy Beaver Nation. Junior defenseman Anna Gurman will look to continue her career year against the Jimmies. Her 10 assists this season rank 11th among all ACHA Division I women hockey players. Gurman has already bested her numbers from last season in only 1/3 of the games. Gurman and the Beavers will take the ice at 3:45 on Saturday and 2 o'clock on Sunday. Cole, both our men and women's hockey teams have been dominant this year. and they have a game every night going into Sunday. You think you'll be able to catch a game?
Oh yes, I'll definitely be there for tonight's game and the Friday game as well against the Ducks. Still kind of on the fence about Saturday, but Sunday I will be there for the women's game. But dude, I'm surprised. You hit it spot on. I was not expecting to know that Anna Gurman already had 10 assists, so she's been lethal on the blue line. And yeah, that's a lot of good stuff there, Parker. Looking forward to some more games here. And moving on here, folks, the KMSU auction, the 24th annual KMSU auction will be taking place in 2 weeks' time. Here to talk more about it, Kylie Kuntz is standing by.
Thanks, Cole. The MSU auction is coming soon, and with me here today, I have Pro Comm student Janie Wunderlich to tell us a little bit more about the auction. So, Janie, for people who don't know, what exactly is the KMSU auction?
So the KMSU auction is basically a big fundraiser for the Professional Communication Department. So students, it's a hands-on class, so students every year join this class and they go around to businesses, local businesses of the Minot and surrounding areas, and they collect donations, whether that be like physical items or if it's sponsorship, whatever the business feels comfortable doing. And then at the end of the semester, they take all of these things and they make them into packages. So then the students are able to auction them off at a live auction event, which is 2 weeks from today. And they just raise money. We put on this whole show for it. And then a certain percentage of the funds that are raised at the auction go to a charity every single year, a local charity. And this year it's Project B.
So tell me a little bit more about Project B. What do they do here in Minot, North Dakota?
Yes, so Project B is, I believe it used to be the Youth for Christ or something like that. I don't remember. But they basically, they house people in the winter when it's really, cold out, and there's people who are homeless in Minot, believe it or not. And so they're able to come there, and then they have shelter, and they're given a warm meal, and they're able to actually stay there. And they also help with a lot of other things around the community, and they're very involved in the other surrounding businesses too.
So all in all, what are the most important things that the audience needs to know if they're interested in the KMSU auction?
So the auction is on December 1st, and the pre-show starts at 5 o'clock, and the auction actually starts at 6:30. So you can tune in for the pre-show or the auction. A lot of people do their Christmas shopping for the auction. So if you're watching and you want to get some Christmas presents or Christmas shopping out of the way, it's a perfect time for that. And then I would just say, just to, tell other people about it, just so that we can get, raise the awareness of it, so that it can benefit us as well as Project B.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much for talking about it. You guys heard it. The auction is December 1st. Make sure to tune in on the KMSU Channel 19. Back to you, Cole.
Yes, my apologies. I was Alex Kuntz standing by there with our co-host, Janie Wunderlich. Well, thank you there, Alex. A lot of good stuff there. Like she said, Midco Channel 19, and also watch it on the KMSU TV live stream through YouTube. When we come back, we're going to toss it to a quick promo. Trevin is going to be talking about some of the regional sports, including some action with a new baseball team here in town. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MSU Inside Out.
Minot State's small enough that you get to experience a lot of good things. To get into radio right away, TV right away, work as a director, a producer, or a talent on the show. It's really fun to be involved in doing all those things. We've got the new technical equipment. Everything you work with here, for the most part, is going to be out there in the real world. Neil Roberts is a great mentor. He has been seasoned in TV and radio and able to bring that experience to the classroom, and he's personable. He has a passion for it, and he wants everyone else to share that passion as well. I'm the director and producer of Inside Out. I work with a lot of different people and make sure that everyone's satisfied and everybody's working together to make communication what it is. Over this semester, everybody's worked together and found this rhythm with each other, and it all just comes together. It makes a really nice finished product.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back after this quick promo. As promised, Trevin is standing by with some regional sports news. Trevin, lots of excitement going on around the city. New baseball team. They just hired a new coach. What else do you have for us on the story?
Yeah, the Hot Tots just hired a new coach, but first of all, the Minot Minotaurs currently sit in third place in the Central Division. With a 10-7 record, they're only behind the Aberdeen Wings and the Austin Bruins. Hunter Longy is leading the Toros with 20 points off 7 goals and 13 assists. Lawton Zacher is leading the goalies with only 21 goals given up against 348 total shots. been a rough stretch as of late. They have lost the last 4 games they've played. This weekend they look to change their fortune with a 2-game series against St. Cloud. The Norsemen of St. Cloud are 8-8 on the year and 2-2 in their last 4 games. These games will take place in the St. Cloud Municipal Athletic Complex. Minot recently gave a name to the new Northwood summer ball team coming to town. They are called the Hot Tots, and the merchandise is available for purchase on their website. More recently, they are making additions as they named Mitchell Gallagher as the head coach. In his own college career, he spent 2 years at Pepperdine University, where he won 2 West Coast Conference championships and made 2 regional appearances. More recently, he was an assistant coach to the neighboring Northwood team, the Bismarck Larks. The Hot Tots are growing fast, so look for more updates on Twitter or visit their website, MinotHotTots.com. North Dakota State University has a big rivalry game this weekend against the University of North Dakota. 4th-ranked NDSU is 8-2, while 16th-ranked UND is 7-3. This will be a big test for both teams, and the winner will be crowned the Harvest Bowl champion. This game is taking place in the Fargo Dome, so get your tickets now to see this all-time classic. Minnesota Vikings fans can exhale after a ridiculous overtime win against the Buffalo Bills. Down 4 points late in the 4th quarter, the Vikings rallied behind Justin Jefferson's catch of the year and got to the 1-yard line. Failed QB sneak on the 4th down, turned the ball over. The next play, the Bills quarterback, Josh Allen, fumbled the snap, and the Vikings jumped on it for a touchdown. The game ended up in overtime, and Patrick Peterson intercepted the throw from Josh Allen to seal the game. The Vikings have now won the last 7 games and have a commanding lead in the NFC North. Vikings host the Cowboys Sunday at US Bank Stadium. Now, Cole, I know you're a Broncos fan, unfortunately, but do you ever get a chance to watch the Vikings game?
Yes, the Broncos game did get over, and I was able to watch the wild ending. That was crazy stuff, man. Yeah, really, really good stuff there, Trevin. And yeah, that about puts a wrap on the show there. Janie, it was a great show. What all did we have this week?
Yeah, a lot of exciting things going on. Just a reminder, the KMSU auction is 2 weeks from today on December 1st. Pre-show starting at 5 o'clock, and then the actual auction starting at 6:30 p.m. We had our new professor, Dr. Elanam Amevor. He was here to tell a little bit about his story, which I found very fascinating. And
yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, we're very grateful that he was here to share that with us. But yeah, lots of exciting stuff.
Yeah, nice interview there with Brek Thompson. Another reminder for you guys, Inside the Dam, last episode on Monday. That's the podcast. And off next week for the holidays.
Yes, off next week, 2 weeks from today, or 3 weeks, my mistake. 3 weeks from today, we'll have our 1-hour finale show, our last show of the semester, our last show for us seniors. Yeah. Some of us seniors are going to be leaving too, so bittersweet about that. But yes, off next week. We hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you back here for the KMSU auction in 2 weeks.
Cheers.